Well, it's winter time, and you know what that means.
It's time to book summer camping. Yay! Hello and welcome to Camping with the Coles. In this video, we're going to share with you how to book a campsite or make a reservation with Ontario Parks. We've been getting this question a lot lately.
The population in Ontario has been getting bigger year after year, and the love of camping is growing year after year. Last year, with the introduction of COVID-19, many more people have found out that camping is a great way to vacation while social distancing. When you're camping, you don't have to share amenities with anybody else. You have everything with you. You're completely self-reliant. You don't have to use things after other people use them, like in a hotel or a cruise ship or something like that.
That's a good thing.
The Ontario Parks blog on the internet actually talks about this. It says, so far in 2021, we've seen almost 100% increase in reservations, bookings made between January 1st and February 5th, over the same time last year. Just in the first few weeks of 2021, campers have made 58,475 reservations, up from 29,504 reservations in the same period in 2020. With double the number of customers attempting to make reservations during the months of July and August compared to last year, it is more competitive when trying to obtain a site. In many instances, there can be hundreds of customers vying for the same site for the same arrival date.
People are trying to book a campsite and can't get one. They're frustrated with the system and looking for answers. Hopefully we can help out. We're going to break this down into 3 parts. 1, the basics of using the Ontario Parks reservation website. 2, tips for maximizing your chances of getting a campsite at your park and the date of choice. And 3, what some people are doing is working around the system and why you shouldn't do it.
You can't book a campsite at an Ontario Provincial Park more than 5 months from the first day you want to arrive at the park. For instance, if you want to be there for August 15th, you can't book until March 15th at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a very competitive market for these sites, so you want to be at your computer at exactly 7 a.m. ready to press that button to book. Now let's go right onto the website and we'll have a look at it. So you go to the website, reservations.ontarioparks.com. The first thing you want to do is you want to sign in. Now, if you're not booking right now, you just want to look around and see what's available, you don't actually need to sign in. You only need to sign in when you want to book. But if you know you're going to be booking now, you may as well sign in right off the bat. Makes it smoother for when you try to make the reservation. So when you sign in, if you already have an account, you just put in your email and your password and click sign in. If you don't have an account, create an account and then follow the prompts. To do that, it'll bring you back to here where you sign in. So let's just sign in here and then click on create a reservation. These are the main filters right here, and there are other filters right here when you click on filters. So we are looking for a campsite. We don't want backcountry or roofed accommodations or a group campsite. We're just looking for a campsite. You can see all the parks right here where it says Map of Ontario. Click on the drop-down arrow and you can pick any one of the parks. If you know what park you want to go to, you can press the first letter of the park on your keyboard and it'll bring you to that area in this drop-down list. So we're looking for Pinery Provincial Park. Click on Pinery. Now here's where they give you the park alerts. They talk about the gypsy moth infestation warning and COVID-19. You have to click here saying that you have read and acknowledged that. Next is your arrival date. When do you want to arrive? Let's say August 15th. And then you can do one of these 2 boxes, either or. The date you want to leave or how many nights you're going to be there. So let's just say 3 nights. Select equipment. This one is important. If you have a travel trailer, you want to make sure that you get it right here. A lot of people ask how important this is. They look at pictures of the site and they say, looks like my trailer can fit there because it's a huge site. But what you have to consider is perhaps the roads leading to the site aren't conducive to a larger vehicle or trailer. Last year we camped at Pinery. We picked a site, looked like a really big site. Unfortunately, we just said for trailers 18 feet and under, and that's how we got that site. Our trailer is 25 feet. When we went on the looped road to get there, it was so incredibly tight that we really couldn't make it. We had to have a guy who was watching us come out to help. He watched one side of the trailer. Cheryl watched the other side of the trailer in the back, and I inched back and forth, back and forth. Eventually, I actually had to cut through another site in order to make a turn. So you really should pay attention to this. It might look like that your trailer can fit on it, but you have to consider the roads leading up to it. We'll say a trailer or RV up to 25 feet. Party size, this really doesn't make a difference. We always say 6 because that's our entire family. When we arrive at the park, they ask if all 6 are there. Maybe we're down to 3 on this trip, so we just say 3, it's no problem. So it doesn't really matter. Now in the filters, you can put different things like shaded sites, double site, pull through, restrictions, barrier-free, service type. The only one I might consider doing there is service type, electric or non-electric, but it doesn't really matter. When you look at the map, it's obvious if it's an electric site or a non-electric site. So I usually just leave that blank. And then you hit search. Scroll down, it'll show you the park. It shows you the 3 campgrounds, Burley, Riverside, Dunes, as long as the group area and the day use facility. A green dot means that there is availability there. It also shows that there's electrical camping in Riverside and Dunes. There is no electrical in Burley. So let's just have a look at Riverside. Again, scroll down. Shows the different areas in Riverside. There is available camping in all 4 of those areas. So we'll go to Riverside Area 4 and we'll just click on it. You want to click right on the dot. Brings you to the site. All the green circles are available electrical sites for those dates. Red circles means they're not available, and orange circles means they don't fit all your criteria. A circle means it's electrical. A triangle means non-electrical. So you can go and click on a site. Let's see 731 here. And at the side, it'll give you a little information about the site and pictures. You can click on view more details and it gives you more details down here. Click on the picture and there's usually 1 or 2 pictures of the campground or of the campsite. So there's the pictures. You can look and see if that looks good to you. If it doesn't look good, go pick another site. If it looks good to you, you can go click reserve. Now I clicked reserve, but it's not March 15th yet, so I can't book this. So it says here, reserve these dates is not yet allowed. These dates cannot be reserved until March 15, 2021, 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So if this was March 15th, then I could click on the reserve and then follow the prompts, have my credit card ready, and reserve that site. Once you click on reserve, the system will hold that site for you for 15 minutes. That gives you the time to complete the reservation process. Realistically, that process should take you 2 or 3 minutes. After 15 minutes, if you haven't completed the process, it will release the site, take it out of your cart, and it will be available for anybody else to book.
We mentioned earlier you want to be on the reservation site by 7 a.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time, 5 months prior to the time you want to book your camping site. So I've got all my information ready to go, and in the top bar is the system time clock. You want to bring that up and you can move it anywhere on the page. We'll put it to the side here. And as soon as it hits 7 a.m., you want to click that reserve button, click, click, click. Sometimes to increase our odds, Ben will go on a laptop and I'll be on a laptop on 2 different accounts. And we will try for 2 different sites. Let's say I get into one site and he gets into one site. I will go through the whole booking system until it is completed, it's successful. Then he can take his out of the shopping cart and leave it for somebody else. If neither one of us are able to get a site, we may try our odds at a non-electric site. Book that just so we at least have our foot in the door into the park, and later on down the road we can look again and hopefully find an electric site and we can change that over. If you can't get a site 5 months in advance, don't despair. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of cancellations that will be happening. So that means you can start checking the website daily for cancellations and looking for something to book. Another thing you can do is join a Facebook group site such as Ontario Parks Cancellations. On this site, people can post cancellations that they want to do and are looking for someone to take it over. That saves them from paying the cancellation fee and only costs $7.52 plus HST change of reservation fee. You can contact them and arrange the change. You can also put requests for dates and parks, and someone can contact you if they have something that matches what you're looking for and they want to get rid of. You can also try a different park. There's so many parks out there that a lot of people haven't seen and are really great. The most popular ones are Killarney, Algonquin, Killbear, Sandbanks, and Bon Echo. It will probably be easier to book a campsite at a less popular park. We've been doing that lately and we love it. Get out of your comfort zone, try something new.
Well, we know we can book a site 5 months in advance, but how long can you reserve that site for? Well, Ontario Parks allows you to reserve a site for a maximum of 23 days. So many people book for the full 23 days. The problem with that is if you have a choice site over the busy summer months, it could turn into just 3 reservations for the entire time. There's several legitimate reasons that people would have for booking the site for the entire 23 days. For one, they might actually want to camp for the full 23 days, and I've got no problem with that. Secondly, they might have a work schedule that they don't know that far in advance, so they don't know what holidays they're actually going to get, so they need to book a large chunk in hopes that the holidays that they're going to get fall in between those dates. And thirdly, maybe they're booking with several other people and want to get some sites close together. They each might try to book a site encompassing many days so that when they all get together, they can see which days everybody has the sites at the same time. Then they cancel the rest. But what some people do is just try to work around the system by booking the full 23 days, knowing full well exactly when they want to be camping. For instance, they might want to camp on August 28th, 29th, and 30th. Well, what they'll do is try to book the site on August 7th and book it all the way up till August 30th. Then a month later, when they're allowed to make cancellations, they cancel from August 7th until August 27th and just pay the 10% cancellation fee. So on March 7th, when they're trying to get it for August 7th, they have to compete with everybody else that wants it for August 7th also, so it doesn't give them any advantage. If they miss getting it on that date, they'll look at the calendar and see when the site is booked up till, and they'll plan for that next date and try to book in order to get their 3-day weekend in. I'm not a fan in this manner of booking sites. What it does is causes a lot of frustration for people. They have to scramble and look for cancellations on a daily basis. So if you can avoid doing this, please do. Let's make this better for everyone. A lot of people are complaining about this reservation system. If you look at social media, you'll see complaints everywhere about it. Now, I can't speak on behalf of Ontario Parks, but the way I see it, they have no incentive to change this system. They're making a fortune this way. If you think about it, they have every site and every park booked for the entire camping season. And many of those parks are double booked because people book them and then cancel a lot of dates, and then other people book them. You can't cancel any dates on your site until 4 months before the reservation. And at that time, it's a 10% cancellation fee. The fees go up from there. At 3 months, it's 20%. 2 months, it's 30%. 1 month, it's 40%. And any shorter than that, it's 50%. So they get the full booking fees for the entire summer, plus they get all the cancellation fees. So they're doing very well having the system this way. I can't see why Ontario Parks would want to change this system. We've been fortunate so far this year. We've gotten every booking we've tried for. Fingers crossed, we got a few more bookings to go. Hopefully we can get everything we want. If you're new to our channel, we do reviews of Ontario Provincial Parks. We've completed season 1 and 2. This summer we'll be starting Season 3. In Season 3, we have 11 park reviews planned. We also do videos on other camping and RV things such as DIY, tips, tricks, solutions, product reviews, that sort of thing. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so. All you have to do is click on this little logo right down here in the corner and click subscribe. If you have any other tips for booking Ontario Provincial Park campsites, please put them in the comments below. If you just want to complain about the park system, please don't put them in the comments below. There's many other social media sites where all the complaints are going. Facebook's big for it. But let's just keep this to the tips and see how we can help each other out. Thanks for watching. Good luck on getting your reservation this summer, and we'll see you out there in the parks. If not, in the next video. Bye for now.